remember SneakerCon, you know that. It's a slightly different audience than I'm used to, but I love this audience. And go out, have a good time. We love you all. Thank you very much.
Crazy, because even the sneaker thing, I was on social media last night. Very interesting, as you see black support eroding from Joe Biden. This is connecting with Black America because they love sneakers, or 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 into sneakers. They love this is a big deal, certainly in the inner city. So when you have Trump roll out his sneaker line, they're like, wait a minute, this is cool. He's reaching them on a level that defies and is above politics.
I had to meditate on this one. For a few days. This came out Thursday or Friday of last week. Now Monday. First off, you know how us black folk love us some sneakers, right? We love us some sneakers. And that's how the Mr. Trump is gonna buy us. He gonna buy us with some sneakers, right? According to that guy, I haven't bought sneakers since the late 90s, the tan and white cross trainers. I really like them, but I have wide feet, so sneakers really don't go for me. Wide feet and bad ankles. So I always wear boots. Plus my job, I always had to wear boots. But I had to think about this for a minute. And I gotta say, this whole situation reminds me and kind of falls in line of one of my favorite lines from a song of any song. I like to have nice things just like you, but I'm from Jersey. It's certain shit you just don't do. That's exactly what all this is about. Let's take it back a little bit. What were you doing in 2016? I know what I was not doing in 2016. I wasn't aiming for the king. This Jersey hustler came up and said, you know what? I'm going to aim for the top. And he did it. You cannot knock his hustle because I'm old enough to be the president. And you know what I did not do in 2016? Run for president. So you can't knock his hustle. Not even a little bit. Because ain't nobody did that. He followed the rules. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. He followed the rules, a Jersey rule. That's a Jersey rule. And he followed it and knocked him off the block. And you know who was he running against? Hillary wasn't no work at all. But who else was he running? Who was the other Republican candidates? You don't even remember. That's how tight his game is. You can't knock his hustle. But then you throw in the fact that you don't even remember who's on the Democrat side. And you see how thorough his game was. What were you doing in 2016, 2015, 2014? You wasn't thinking about running for president. And he did, and he won. He was 4 years the boss of the world. He pulled the Muhammad Ali on everybody. So you can't knock his hustle. But let me tell you something about the hustler. The hustler, we grew up with him in the 70s, 80s, 90s, Alphabet City, the Village, everything, West Side, the Tunnel, the Palladium. He used to come to all of that. And you know what he was? He was a joke. We didn't take him seriously. We should have. But we didn't take him seriously. He was a butt of joke in rap songs. He was a butt of jokes in TV shows. He was a butt of jokes. He was an open joke to us. He knew it. We knew it. And that's exactly how we treated him. But he did something. He did something that heads only dream of. for real, that we only dream about. He went up. This is equivalent. Look on Google Maps. Look for Amsterdam Avenue and Broadway in New York. He did the equivalent of going to up Amsterdam Avenue in Spanish Harlem and knocking them off the block. This is unheard of. But you know what he did? These are Jersey rules. These are Jersey rules. You get the fiends fighting, niggas down the block got garbage. That didn't make it into a movie because some writer wrote it up. That's some shit you used to hear out on the regular. He got the fiends fighting. And that's exactly what he did. And the fiends, us, started fighting. A fiend is a crackhead to us. But he got us fighting amongst ourselves. Because the people on the right and the people on the left want the same exact thing. Peace, security, low prices, decent wages, health insurance, and a little bit of quietness to have at home, and a vacation once a year. That's all they want. Same thing as the left one is the same thing as the right one. And I didn't know that until I moved away from New Jersey. When I left Jersey and went southwest, I met these people. These are the people who run the water, who get the water that you drink. You like electricity? These are the people on the right that climb them high tension lines on a helicopter, build the fabrics, construction material that you need to run your life. Grow the cabbage, the vegetables, everything, the beef. There's cows across the street from me. And he's thinking of voting for Trump. But me, it's like hearing your boy saying, you know what, I wanna marry this stripper. What? You wanna marry a stripper? You out of your mind? That bitch is thin as hell. She's getting you for the coke money. That's all she's getting you for. That's all this is. Half of this country is in love with a stripper. 120 million people. And probably another 60 million are on the fence because this mug got his game on lock. You can't knock his hustle. Who else? What are you doing in 2024? You thinking about running for president? No, you're not. No, you're not. Because he got it on lock. But you could do the same thing. Honestly. I'm old enough to be president. And what am I doing? I'm talking to a phone. And that's what blows my mind is I left Jersey, started meeting people from around the country, and lo and behold, they're all normal people. Trump got them wrapped around their little finger. I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis. I'm not talking about them. They got their own, they got to go. They got to go, for real. But I'm talking about the regular, everyday, average American. When you meet these people and you see them, they want the same thing as you do. Left or right, they want the same thing. But you know what else he did? You know what else was tight about his hustle? He got everybody fighting over the same thing. You want fresh vegetables, right? So let's have everybody fight over fresh vegetables. It's the same thing. And you both fighting over it. You both want the same thing. But you know what he wants? Money and power. You need to go down the narcissism rabbit hole on YouTube. And when you start recognizing these behavioral patterns, you'll see there's no cure for it. It's who he will always be. It's an undesirable trait in our society that has permeated for generations. I was married to one. And when I see him up on the stage, I see the same thing that I used to see in my own home. And that's what kills me about all of this the most is as much as you love to hate Donald Trump, what are your other choices? Waldorf and Statler. You want Waldorf or do you want Statler? You want one who can't walk up a flight of stairs. And if you worked in a nursing home like I did when I was a kid on the memory floor, you can see the traits in his face and the red around his eyes. He don't have no business outside of a home. He should be sitting in a chair eating pudding. And this one over here on the right can't get his diaper fit straight. Yeah, I saw that. So no, it's sad. that those are your best choices. Someone from the memory floor in a nursing home, or a Jersey hustler. Unfortunately, he's going to win.